Well, good evening and welcome to sophomore night here at Solano College, where we are getting ready for tonight's matchup between the Los Medanos Mustangs and your Solano Falcons here on the Solano College Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. I am Nate McKay. Joining me on the call for tonight's game is my broadcast partner, Nathan Farmer. Now, Nathan, what should we expect to see from Solano?
Well, Solano is coming off of a tough matchup on Wednesday where they got swept by the Folsom Lake Falcons right here in this very same gym. I would look for them to come back strong and definitely look to send out their seniors in style.
And meanwhile, for the visiting, and right now we're going to send it over to the court for Solano's head coach for tonight's sophomore night.
I'm a loud person. There we go, I hear it. Okay, welcome to our last Bay Valley Conference match in our sophomore night. First, I'd like to recognize 5 Los Medanos sophomore players playing in their last BBC match as well. Please step forward. Number 2, JoJo. Number 9, Emily. Number 11, Amaya. Number 14, Jaslyn. Number 15, Christina. This has not been very loud. Falcons, sophomore players, please step forward.
Good.
Haley has played in 84, 85, 65 sets. She was named Player of the Week in Northern California, week number 7. Haley played at Humboldt State last fall, transferred to Solano last spring. She is a 6th rotation player, has 230 digs, 32 blocks, 253 serving attempts with 45 aces. She recorded 2 matches this fall with 22 kills in each. She recorded double digits in kills in 21 of our 25 matches. She leads the team in kills with 367, hitting a 321 overall. Haley is ranked number 6 in the state with kills per set and ranked number 8 in the state with total kills. Haley leads the Bay Valley Conference in kills per set, number 2 in hitting percentage at 415, and number 2 in total kills, 166. Our outside hitter, number 7, Haley Del Rio. is a 2-year starter. Last year, she was an outside hitter, playing 6 rotations. This year, Excel moved to libero to focus on defense and passing. She played in 81 of 85 sets this fall for a 2-year total of 171 games. This season, Excel has served 257 attempts with 22 aces at 94%. She has 32 assists and 222 digs. Her 2-year total is 37 aces, 157 kills, and 441 digs. Excel had a high of 17 digs against Feather River and 15 digs on Wednesday against Folsom Lake. Our libero, number 2, Excel Moreno. I won't set the microphone down, I'm sorry. Number 9, Alora Samontan. A 2-year starter, she is truly a utility player that can play anywhere. Last year, she spent time as an outside hitter and a right front hitter. This year, she took on the role as a setter and defensive specialist. Alora has played in 78 of 85 sets this season with a 2-year total of 174 games. She has 135 digs, 223 assists, served 331 attempts with 56 aces at 92%. Alora broke the 2002 school record last month with 17 aces in one match. Alora has a 2-year total of 114 kills, 88 service aces, 243 assists, and 273 digs. She had a high of 33 assists last week at Napa College. Alora is number 4 in the Bay Valley Conference with service aces per set. Our setter in DS, number 9, Alora Samontan. Please rise to the national anthem.
We would like to thank you for tuning in to that sophomore celebration, and when we get back, we will have the start of the game for you here on the Solano College Sports Network.
The idea of this space is to allow students to be creative.
You get to design whatever you want.
They help you get an idea, and then you can just go from there.
From 3D printing, laser cutting,
hydraulics, electronics.
It's incredible what people have done.
We had employers come in and tell us, we need these skills.
The teachers are really helpful.
Super supportive if you have no experience.
I've had a fantastic time. I've learned a lot.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
And welcome back to Solano College, where we're getting ready for tonight's matchup between the Los Medanos Mustangs and your Solano Falcons. First set about ready to get underway here. Nate McKay and Nathan Farmer on the call for tonight's women's volleyball matchup.
It's worth mentioning that Solano has already clinched their 3rd consecutive Bay Valley Conference title. They are 13-0 coming into tonight, and Los Medanos is 11-2. So this is a matchup of the top 2 teams in the Bay Valley Conference.
It was great to see Excel Moreno, Haley Del Rio, and Alora Samontan honored before tonight's game. As the Los Medanos Mustangs come into this game 11-2 in conference play. They were able to beat Yuba in their last game this season and are currently 6-4 on the road.
Now, the last time these teams met earlier this season, Solano came away with the sweep down in Pittsburgh at Los Medanos College.
And Kayla Samontan is back to serve for your Falcons. And that time was just short of getting over the net for the Mustangs. 1 point on the board for your Falcons.
Yeah, just looked like a little bit of a miss hit there from Jaslyn of Avellino.
And unable to get over the net on that serve was Kayla. Score is now tied 1-1.
One thing we've seen for the few games that we've done here at Solano College is that Solano sometimes will have a slow start to their opening set.
As they set up Excel on that one, Los Medanos will try to get over the net, and a point for Los Medanos, as wasn't quite too sure who was on the block attempt.
Yeah, it looked like it was came off of Solano's block and into the pole, so it's a point for Los Medanos.
Second time this season the Mustangs are playing Solano, as that ball is unable to get over the net. Score is all knotted up at 2. Second time these two teams are meeting this season. Solano was able to come away with a win in their first matchup against the Mustangs, 3-0. And now Lindsay McLaughlin is back to serve for your Falcons. A great job of passing from the Mustangs, as Solano was able to get it over the net. And that time, Emily Sabolik overhit that one as it goes out of bounds. Solano now retakes the lead 3-2. And that is just short again for Solano on that serve. Sort of going back and forth here in the early goings. All knotted up at 3.
It seems like if both of these teams can get their service going, then it would things would smoothen up a little bit here.
And there's another point for the Mustangs. And so far they have come out early and had a few chances at the lead. They'll look to add on to it here. And their time is a kill for Amaya Mixon up in the front. It's a 2-point lead, 5-3 in favor of the Mustangs.
Just that serve wasn't received well there by Solano, and just sent it straight back over for an easy kill there for the Mustangs.
Solano having a tough time getting it over, but they regroup, do get it over. And that time, ball is out. Look at that, was Amaya Mixon on Los Medanos and trying to make another crack at it. 5-4. And we have a timeout.
And Number 9 for Los Medanos, Emily Sobolik, is the only player in the Bay Valley Conference to have more kills than Haley Del Rio on the season so far. She is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and we've seen that so far.
And taking a look at Los Medanos so far here in this first set, it's very easy to see that being aggressive is going to be the focal point in this game for them, as if they're able to gain some momentum early like they are right now and carry that on to the later point of the set, they can definitely challenge Solano tonight.
And this is a Los Medanos team that won a share of the Bay Valley Conference title last season, and I'm sure they have returned many of those same players from that team. So they definitely do have the tools and the skill sets to give Solano a run for their money here tonight.
Kyle Gasolo goes back to serve for Solano, as the referees are discussing something here.
Where's the Jeopardy music when you need it?
Nathan, if you can go put in a request, I think everyone watching would really appreciate that.
I don't think that's a open mic type of situation over there.
Well, you never know. Never know if you don't ask. And we are back, ready to resume play. Mustangs are able to get under it, and it's going to result in a point for Solano, all tied up at 5.
It looks like they said that was 4 hits. That one didn't ever get over onto the Solano side.
On the tap, there was Emily Sobolik for Los Medanos. Solano was able to get over.
That was an excellent dig there by Haley Del Rio. And an excellent block there on the finish.
Yeah, Del Rio was in the right place at the right time, able to get that block.
And she was all over the place there on defense on that last play.
6-5 now. That's a nice dig from Kyle. They'll set up Del Rio, and just short on that attempt is Del Rio. And back and forth is sort of the story here for both of these teams, as we've seen multiple ties already. Avelino was back to serve for the Mustangs and results in a service error. 7-6 now.
It's just another service error. It seems like probably about half the points total from both teams have been on errors from the service line.
Now Rosalind Hungria back to serve for the Falcons. Again, a point for the Mustangs that we've seen a lot of times in this game on Los Medanos and setting up Emily Sobolik.
And she used that over-aggressiveness on the Solano side to send that tip shot over where everybody was, where there was nobody there to defend it.
As that time Emily Sobolik kill goes out of play, Solano retakes the lead.
And it's important for Solano to not be over-aggressive on their defense, as we've seen Los Medanos break out that tip shot every now and then. And
I don't think the ball got over.
I think they may have said that it was a net violation or whatever the official term is for that. I'm not sure. But they're probably saying that a Solano player went into the net.
Amaya Mixon was back to serve for the Mustangs, as Lindsay McLaughlin taps that one over. And I think there's one too many hits on Los Medanos, then it's going to be Solano's point. Now Haley Del Rio will be back to serve for the Falcons. And Mustangs unable to get it over.
Yeah, it seemed like she was just a little over-eager to spike that one down. She probably could have just settled for bumping it over.
A nice stick from Roslyn on that one, and point goes over to Los Medanos.
It was a great one-handed block there by Anaya Rodriguez. Just a last-ditch effort trying to block that one, and she did, but her teammates weren't able to get that second hit.
And another point for the Mustangs. And once again, all tied up, this time at 10.
This is looking just like that game on Wednesday against Folsom Lake. It just went back and forth for much of the night.
And a great overall team effort from Solano, setting up Lindsay McLaughlin for the kill.
And Lindsay McLaughlin far and away has been the most consistent hitter for the Solano Falcons this season, with a hitting percentage over .450.
That time, Los Medanos is unable to get under it. Solano is now back up by 2, 12-10. Kayla Montana is back to serve and ends up being a good serve. Add on another point to Solano's lead, 13-10 now.
It looked like Los Medanos just gave up on that one, and I'm sure their coach wants to have a word with them about that.
And so, Nathan, what have we seen, since you mentioned Los Medanos, what have we seen from them as Solano starts to get onto a good run?
It just seems like they're kind of sitting back and letting Solano just run their plays and just not stepping up and meeting Solano with their own plays.
I think we've seen Solano now start to take this game as a team game now. They're starting to really get involved with everyone on their team, and that's something we really didn't see as the game opened up.
And that's one thing that's just crucial with any volleyball team, is just the better team is going to be the one that communicates better and sets up each other better. It's not a one-person game. You got to work with your teammates as good as possible.
(13-10) here in this first set. Nice pick from Del Rio. They'll set up Roslyn, and Roslyn gets the kill for the Falcons. It is 14-10.
That was a great kill there from Roslyn Hungria. She just managed to get that one inside the pole and managed to get it. Seemed like it just went straight through the Los Medanos defense.
Kayla still back to serve. And that time, Sophia Corini unable to get it over the net. Solano now starting to get an advantage. Momentum has shifted towards them, and it's 15-10.
That's one thing we've seen most of the games here, with the one exception really being the Folsom Lake game, is at some point Solano just takes over and the other team just has no chance. It just seems like that happens game in and game out.
And as you mentioned that, Jaslyn Avellino able to get the nice tip shot over, 15-11 now. And that time, Roslyn's attempted to kill hits the net. It's now 15-12 in favor of your Falcons. And another point to Los Medanos.
Just a little bit of a mishit there by Excel Moreno. Just wasn't able to dig it out the way she wanted to there.
Mustangs trying to come back, cut into this lead. A great block attempt, and the Mustangs are looking good right now, coming back down by 1. And as I say that, serve goes into the net, 16-14 now in favor of the Falcons.
As I was just looking over my stat sheet, I was about to mention that Shelby Bryant does lead the Mustangs in service aces with 73 on the season. And I think she racked up a couple more there.
That was a great block from Roslyn. As that time they set up Del Rio, and it goes out of bounds. Just a little far left that time for Del Rio on the kill. Almost unable to get to it was Solano. They do get it over the net, however. Good block. Solano's got to regroup here and able to get over the net and able to get the kill is Kyle Gasaloga for your Falcons.
Even though Solano got the point there, it seems like Los Medanos has started to be able to get Solano off balance with their offense. It seems like Solano just isn't getting the sets that they were wanting to get, or they had been getting earlier in this set.
Mustangs got to get over there. They do. Smontan sets up Roslyn, and that time Roslyn's attempted a kill too far. 17-16. 1 point lead for your Falcons.
It looks like Sadie Polanco will sub in here for the Mustangs.
And she will be back to serve. Excel gets under it. And that time, Los Medanos' attempt at trying to tie out this game, not going to happen. It's 18-16 now.
And Christina Salazar thought she saw an opening there for the tip shot. She just sent it a little bit too long there along the sideline.
That time another kill for Emily Sabolik. It's easy to see why Emily leads the Mustangs in kills, as great job from Solano's end. Miley Moley able to get the point for Solano.
Well, and that was a very vicious serve there from Sabolik. It was like one of those, like a hard slider in baseball. It just broke straight down, and Solano was able to respond very well, surprisingly.
Moreno's back to serve, and Del Rio's attempted to block, unable to stay in play. Again, Los Medanos has a chance to tie up this game. Be interesting to see how they execute it. As we send up Lindsay, and Lindsay with the tap, and I gotta say, that's gotta be the best play we've seen here from Solano's end here in the first set. Anaya Rodriguez gets the kill for your Falcons.
And that's probably honestly going to be one of the easiest kills that she may ever get, because the block for Los Medanos was still trying to reset from blocking Lindsay McLaughlin, and she just kind of went in there and spiked it straight down.
A great serve from Del Rio, able to get a quick and easy point for the Falcons. It's now 21-18. Mustangs able to get under it, attempt to get it over there. Able to get the kill, believe was number 5, Shelby Bryant.
And that one just went straight through the block. She managed to find a hole there between McLaughlin and Rodriguez.
Salazar was back to serve for the Mustangs, and just barely staying in bounds. Lead is now back up to 3 for Solano. In this very close first set here from Solano College. Both teams eager to get a win here tonight, and that's going to be a point for the Mustangs. And we've seen many times already here in this first set as we get to the 25-point mark, when the Mustangs look to try to tie up this game, it really hasn't happened.
Yeah, it just seems like Solano's been able to keep Los Medanos at bay. Anytime that Los Medanos goes on a run, Solano has something to answer with.
Jose Del Rio for a soft tip. And able to get another kill added on tonight is Emily Sobolik for the Mustangs.
It just seems like Los Medanos' game plan these last few points has been just attack the block. They're managing to find holes in it, managing to get the ball to tip off of the Solano players and go out of bounds, or just go straight through them and get it to land and play.
And I would imagine that's what Solano is discussing right now here in this timeout.
It's a fairly short timeout. They only huddled up for about 20 seconds there. So we get a look at looks like the Solano women's softball team here taking in the sophomore night festivities, supporting their fellow student athletes.
And I would like to remind everyone to tune in on Monday for our first Solano men's basketball game of the 2019-20 season. Your Falcons will be taking on the Sac City Panthers at 6 p.m. You can find it on our YouTube channel, Greg Poff, GregPoff, where we will be streaming both the men's and women's basketball team's home games this season. So subscribe today to stay up to date. Again, that's Greg Poff, GregPoff. As we resume play here. And that just stays in play. And this game is all knotted up at 22.
Seemed like everybody in the building thought that one was going out except for the referee.
Oh, a big dig there from Christina. And it's immediately followed up with a nice little tip over the net from Lindsay's end.
That was an excellent tip shot there. Just managed to find space between the net and the end line there. And Lindsay McLaughlin will look to close out this set.
It's now 23-22. Espano's able to get a good block at it. They got to get it over. They do. And that is out. So Bolick just a little too strong at her attempt of getting the ball over the net.
And this is as Los Medanos calls a timeout. I guess they did.
Yeah, Los Medanos did call a timeout. Yeah.
As Los Medanos calls that timeout, Solano definitely has the right person at the service line as they look to close out this set. Lindsay McLaughlin has definitely been their most consistent server this season. She has 64 service aces. Wouldn't be surprised to see her close out the set on her own with one of those service aces.
I believe this is the first game we've done where both teams have used 2 timeouts in the first set. So both coaches definitely using their timeouts for their advantage here in the first set, as it may come to an end here as Lindsay is back to serve. Mustangs do get it over, and they are still in this one as ball nearly hits our monitor.
I was ready for that one, Nate. I was ready for it.
Nathan was ready. It's now 24-23. Sadler was back to serve for the Mustangs. Solano does get it over, and That will do it. Mustangs were unable to get the ball over the net. The refs called that one. And Solano has taken a 1-0 lead as they win the first set. And we will return after this here on the Solano College Sports Network.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
We're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
We have everything that an automotive shop would have or even a dealership would have.
If you guys are interested in automotive at all, go to Solano Community College. Check out the automotive program. It can be a career path for you, just like what I'm doing, or it could be an extreme hobbyist, an enthusiast.
If you really like cars and learning stuff all the time, then this is the best place to go.
And welcome back to Solano College as we get ready for the second set to get underway. Solano was able to win the first one, 25-23. And this game is being presented to you by James Thomas Media, your one stop for all your media needs. And so Nathan, what did we see in that first set from Los Medanos?
We definitely saw a lot of fight. They've come here to play. I mean, obviously they came here to play. It's what they're here to do, but they've showed a lot of fight, and I would not be surprised to see them push Solano and get back into this game.
Now on the Falcons end, we mentioned before, we didn't really see much teamwork in the opening set of that one for the Falcons end, so they really got to have a lot more teamwork as Los Medanos able to get a quick point on the board. They'll send up Lindsay that time and just doing her best to get an attempt at a dig with Salazar on the Mustangs end, and Lindsay's able to get the kill. Hungary was back to serve for the Falcons. And Lindsay gets a nice block. And Solano is now up 2-1.
That was a great sequence there by Lindsay McLaughlin, getting the kill the play before, and then that nice block there right at the net.
That time, Los Medanos unable to get a point as Solano has pushed up their lead. It's 3-1.
You know, the only reason I usually don't look forward to the second set is because Solano's usually hitting in our direction, and those are some fast volleyballs coming at us, definitely.
I'm sure you will be ready, Nathan.
I'm always ready, but still. Those are some fast volleyballs.
And Solano is definitely off to a much better start than they were in the first set. It's now 4-1. Seeing a lot more energy from them. And that time the Mustangs able to take advantage of Solano and get another point added on. It's now 2-4. Shelby Bryant back to serve for the Mustangs. Solano has to get it over. They do. And Lindsay that time able to get another block.
This is an excellent read there from the Solano block. They were able to set up with plenty of time, able to block that one with ease.
They'll set up Sobolik again and hits the pole. And it's going to be another point for the Falcons. McLaughlin's back to serve for the Falcons. A nice dig that time from Solano's end, and adding on another point. It's now 7-2.
That was kind of an unfortunate turn there from Los Medanos. Christina Salazar was ready for that, to make that dig, but the tip off the block sent the ball where she just was before she made the diving attempt.
Good team effort on the dig for the Mustangs. Moley was able to get the block. And great teamwork from both teams here as they are fighting here in this rally we got going on. And it ends up resulting in a point for the Falcons. Kyle Gasaloga able to get the point for the Falcons. Now 8-2. Solano has a 6-point lead. Couldn't quite tell what the call was, but it's going to be a point for the Mustangs.
It almost seemed like the referee hesitated on blowing his whistle. It wasn't a very loud, didn't sound the same as some of the other whistles that he's done.
That time, JoJo Sadler for the Mustangs. Able to get a quick point for the Mustangs.
And Sadler is second on the team in service aces. She had 65 coming into tonight.
Del Del Rio. Sadler had to get there in a hurry to help edit over the net, and not going to result in favor of the Mustangs. This time the Solano Falcons are able to get another point.
And just another great kill there from Kyle Gasaloga. We've seen that a lot from her this season, and she is definitely going to be a focal point of their offense next season.
I believe this is the first time we're seeing Laura back to serve for the Falcons. And that time, another kill for the Mustangs, and it was Jaslyn able to get the kill for Los Medanos.
And Hungria just wasn't able to get in front of that one, just kind of skidded off her hands and back out of play.
Avellino back to serve. And that is going to stay in play, and 10-5 now in favor of the Falcons.
And that's more of the same from Haley Del Rio. Just what we've seen all season. She's been one of the most consistent players for this Solano Falcons team.
Very short serve that time from Del Rio. They're setting up Sobolik. A strong dig right there from XL. Del Rio gets it over, and a nice dig from Avellino. Got another good rally here in the second set. They'll set up Sobolik, and Sobolik unable to get it over the net. It's now 11-5.
Just another great rally. The score doesn't really indicate how evenly matched these teams have been so far tonight.
Almost looked like Los Medanos wasn't ready for Del Rio serve, but it ends up going in their favor. It's going to be 11-6 now. Sobolik is back to serve. And that is out. 12-6.
Back-to-back service errors. It seemed like both teams had cleaned that up for the most part towards the end of that first set, but they're kind of getting back more to how things were early in that first set.
And add on another point to Solano's lead. It's now 13-6. Almost couldn't tell what was going on, but I guess the ball was too far out to the right. That's a nice dig from Alora. Almost a little miscommunication from Los Medanos on who's going to go for the kill. And that time it is out of bounds. Right now the Mustangs are hanging around. It's 13-7. But they really got to start to get things going here if they want to try to tie up this game.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to string together a lot of points if they want to come back in this. They're holding their own. They're just not able to get some consistent points in a row.
They're able to get another quick point there. It's now 13-8. Amaya Mixon is back to serve. And that time, just unable to prevent the ball from hitting the pole on Los Medanos' end. It's going to be 14-8 now. Now Kayla Samontan back to serve. I gotta admit, that was a great kill from Shelby Bryant. She was able to get the ball in between Solano's front line.
It seems like Los Medanos has been most consistent when they've been able to just attack that block. They've been able to get balls tipped off the block or just to go straight through the block.
Just a great, oh, my apologies. I thought that was staying in play.
I did too, Nate. I did
yeah,
too.
Sort of have a bad angle from over here.
Nonetheless, that was a great play there by Christina Salazar to dig that one out and somehow almost managed to get the point out of it.
Yeah, Salazar did everything she could to try to get it over the net. She did. Del Rio does a nice one-handed dig, and able to get another kill is Lindsay McLaughlin. It's now 16-9. Falcons up by 7. Great dig from Rossland. Another great dig on that end from Emily Sobolik. Got to get over the net. They do. They'll set up Del Rio. I see another great rally from both teams. Great That's just great volleyball IQ on Los Medanos and able to realize where the weak side was for Solano.
And one thing that was interesting about that rally is that one of those digs there in the middle by Los Medanos came within probably about a foot of hitting the ceiling here.
That kill from Del Rio stays in bounds. Solano's back up by 7. Lindsay's back to serve for Solano. And so Bullock able to get another kill.
And Hungria just wasn't able to receive that ball well. It kind of just hit her hands and died right there.
Sadler is back to serve for the Mustangs. A great dig from Salazar. Sabolik has to get it. Sabolik wasn't even going to have an opportunity to get over.
Yeah, it looked like that one went over the net, and she just obviously wasn't able to get to it. In these last few plays, we've seen some great defense from Shelby Bryant and Christina Salazar from the Mustangs. They have been laying their bodies out on the line, trying to save these kills and whatnot from Solano.
Del Rio had a nice block. Sabolik goes for the kill. Excel able to keep it in play. Roslin gets it over. Mustangs able to get it over again. We have another great rally, 18-11. Great teamwork from both sides. They'll set up Sabolik, and Sabolik able to get another kill for the Mustangs. And every single time I look over on Los Medanos' side, their bench is firing up their squad. That's just a little miscommunication there from, I believe, Alora and Haley Del Rio.
Yeah, just was that bump from Del Rio just wasn't in a very good spot for Samontan to be able to set that one up.
And that time, Del Rio's kill gets rejected by the net. Los Medanos starting to cut into this lead. It's now 18-14.
One thing we saw from last game against Folsom Lake in that third set for Solano, they broke out a big lead, but they weren't able to respond very well when Folsom went on a run.
And a great tap from Haley Del Rio, made it nice and easy. It's now 19-14.
She probably hasn't gotten very many kills on the season with her left hand. That's probably one of very few that she's gotten so far this season.
Very close to being out. And back to what you were saying earlier, another Solano player was just not able to get in the right position to get the ball over the net. It's now 19-15. That's on a strong kill from Amaya Mixon. It is 19-16 as Solano calls for time.
One thing we've seen these last few plays from Los Medanos, it seems like they're trying to go with a little bit of misdirection with their setting and just kind of leaning like they're going to set it over to one side and then kind of just setting it back over to the other side, catching Solano off guard just a little bit.
And I'll have to imagine here in this timeout, I believe Solano definitely has to regain their focus as we're definitely now starting to see a more focused side for the Los Medanos Mustangs as well.
And if you're Solano, while Los Medanos has been going on these runs, it's good to kind of good to have these moments with just being pushed by a opposing team as you get ready for the playoffs coming up in the next few days and weeks. That Solano has that experience under pressure where they know how to respond when they're being pushed by an opposing team.
Mustangs are definitely keeping things close here. And they get another point. It's now a 2-point Solano lead.
Looked like Solano was calling for a net violation, as looked like somebody from Los Medanos made contact with the net, but they were not able to persuade the referees.
Emily Sabolik's serve goes out of bounds, and result will give Solano a point. It's now 20-17. Great block from Anaya Rodriguez. Solano starting to regain their momentum. It's 21-17 in their favor. Tom Rossman was able to get a block. Los Medanos does get it over. Lindsay going for the kill, and she gets the kill. 22-17.
Come on, Nate, you got this.
Sorry, the ball hit my hydro flask.
So it looks like a timeout from Los Medanos after that last play.
It's a very quick timeout, as definitely saw when Solano took their timeout. Los Medanos sort of got off to a good start by getting a quick point, but now we're starting to see the momentum go towards Solano. Nathan, in your opinion, what does Los Medanos have to do to sort of try to still stay within this second set?
Just get Solano off balance like they were towards the middle of the set when they're starting to close the gap in this lead. They were able to just get Solano off balance in a variety of ways, and it seems like Solano has been able to respond and counter those little misdirections that the Mustangs have been throwing at them.
Excel Moreno back to serve for Solano. And coming out of another timeout, Los Medanos gets a point.
And that was a very smart play there from Salazar, kind of catching pretty much everybody on Solano off guard with that little tip shot on the second hit.
Another service error for the Mustangs. Very unfortunate, as Solano is now 2 points away from winning the second set. Kayla Montan is back to serve for the Falcons. Mustangs able to get under it. They'll set up Roslyn for an easy tap and a quick block from the Mustang side. Mustangs got to get over, they do. And results in a Haley Del Rio kill.
It's a great play there all around from both teams. Solano was just able to get the last laugh there as we come to set point here.
And that will end the second set as Lindsay McLaughlin able to get the block, getting the score 25-18, and Solano has a 2-set lead as we will get the third set ready for you here on the Solano College Sports Network right after this.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff,
That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education. Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Welcome back here from Solano College for your women's tonight. James Thomas needs 2-0 set lead. What needs to change for the Mustangs?
They just need to minimize runs by things have been able to keep, respond. Most of the times that Solano has gone on a run, they just haven't been able to stop those runs as soon as possible. They've let Solano rattle off 2 or 3 straight points before they come up with an answer.
Yeah, I agree. They've had some really good opportunities to cut into the lead as they kept things close here. That time,
Looked like that was Kyle Gasaloga on the kill there.
Couldn't quite tell if it was staying in play. It's now 1-0 Solano as the Montana is back to serve. The Mustangs barely got under it, and that time Kyle was able to get a good block on it, and I believe that was Roslyn on the right side getting the kill for the Falcons.
Yeah, it was a great solo block there from Roslyn. She was able to rise up and get that block on her own. It looked like Lindsay McLaughlin was just she kind of didn't know where the ball was for a second there, but Roslyn was able to respond well and get that block.
That time, another block for Roslyn. It's now 3-0.
And that's definitely been a strong suit for Solano here tonight. They've been, it seemed like Los Medanos has been trying to attack them at the block, but Solano has been able to respond well.
Ooh, and that just raises the line. It's going to be a point for the Mustangs.
And that's unfortunate because it was a free ball over for Solano. If they just took the bump and set it up, but
that time just one too many hits. It was a very good team effort from the Falcons end.
yeah, that was like, don't see Pancake dig much at this level, but that was a great dig there from Lindsay McLaughlin, getting that one just high enough off the ground to potentially set up her teammates. Just that last hit wasn't able to get over.
Yeah, another service error for the Mustangs. They're unable to get it over. Hungria back to serve, and it just stays in bounds as well. It's now 5-2. 3-point lead for Solano. Boy, the Falcons almost looked like they weren't ready for that one. They are able to get it over. Nice dig from XL. Del Rio taps it over. Mustangs trying to get it over. They do. They'll sail Del Rio. A quick kill that hits the lights. The Mustangs are able to keep it in play. They'll go to Del Rio again, and that time Del Rio is able to get the kill as that ball just went way out of bounds as the Mustangs were hitting it.
Nobody had a chance on that one. I think just how hard these balls have been flying off the hands of the Los Medanos players. It shows how hard that players like Rosalind and Lindsay and Haley how hard they hit the ball. That one just hit the light, and then one last set almost hit the ceiling.
It's now 7-2. There's a quick block from Lindsay McLaughlin. And no, actually, never mind. It's not a block. It's going to be a point for the Mustangs. Almost looked like it did.
It's hard to tell who got the point there. There wasn't much of a referee signal there.
We've seen already a couple times here in this third set. Los Medanos is having some trouble of getting the ball over the net on their serves.
And Sadler had them off balance. She just wasn't able to get that last little bit of oomph on the ball to get it over the net.
And the strong start from the Falcons has been key in their great teamwork we've seen here in the third set.
It seems like that's been a key for Solano all season, is riding a strong start to a set and just managing to hold their opponents off as they go throughout the set.
As we see the Mustangs able to get another point. It's now 9-4. They're still trailing here in this third set. Polanco is back to serve. Kayla sending it over to Del Rio, and ends up being a great team effort to get the ball over the net. It's now 10-4.
And one thing worth mentioning here tonight as Solano opens up this lead here in the third set is that Solano has not lost a set to anybody in the Bay Valley Conference this season. If they win this set here against Los Medanos, they will have swept through the entire Bay Valley Conference this season.
Yeah, the Mustangs are definitely making them work for it. That time Los Medanos had no one over there on the left side for them. It's now 11-5. Del Rio is back to serve. That time that ball is out. Solano amps up their lead to 7.
Looks like a timeout here from Los Medanos. They can tell that things are starting to get out of hand, and they want to put a stop to the Solano run here.
And we're really seeing the Mustangs be aggressive in the later goings of the past 2 sets that we watched so far. So I'd be very surprised if they will not be able to stay within this game, as they've shown great resilience so far in the first 2.
And I'm sure after the collapse in that 3rd set against Folsom Lake, Solano is going to be on high alert to try and put away the Mustangs as quickly as possible here.
Nate McKay and Nathan Farmer here from Solano College. 12-5, Falcons still holding on to this lead. Great execution we're seeing here from Solano's end. Los Medanos gets it over Del Rio. And that time Solano just was unable to get the ball as high as they could. It's going to be 12-6.
It looked like that ball from that spike from Anaya Rodriguez just couldn't get the right bounce off the net.
That time Anaya is able to get a kill. 13-6.
Yeah, that time she got the right bounce off the block there from Los Medanos.
Moreno is back to serve.
As Nate McKay with the kick save, protecting our cords and equipment here. Got a little bit of screenception there as we see ourselves looking at on the screen there.
Sorry, I was still trying to figure out who got that point, but it's going to be Los Medanos' point regardless. And Lindsay with a quick shot over the net, but Los Medanos with a great dig, and it's going to be a resulting in a kill for McLaughlin regardless. 14-7 now. 7-point lead for the Falcons.
It was interesting how that ball came off of, I believe that was Naya Rodriguez there on the right side of the block. It came off just like it was a set, so it was pretty easy for McLaughlin to spike that one straight down.
As we see Kayla Samontan gain a quick point for her team. Los Medanos starting to run out of breathing room here in the 3rd set. That time they were able to almost trick Solano as Del Rio gets up high for the kill and ends up being a great dig over on the Mustang side from Salazar. That time Kyle unable to get the ball over the net. And the Mustangs have to start to get things going if they want to try to win this set. But with a quick tap, the Mustangs able to regroup and get a quick kill, and
dang it.
Nathan, you did your best. The ball did hit the monitor.
I had that one, man.
It's all good.
I tipped it just a little bit so it didn't totally knock the thing over, I guess.
It's all good. We'll forget it ever happened. It's all good.
I won't, though. That's the thing. I'll remember
our monitor is still intact. No worries.
Yeah, but
as Lindsay's able to follow up with a quick kill for her team.
I could have done better, though. That's the thing.
There's no replay of it, so you're good.
I'm sure Brian could pull something together. Yeah.
I'm trying to stay as positive as much as possible, Nathan, but it's all good.
I know, man. I know.
Don't get down on yourself. No replay as confirmed from our producer, Brian Nelson. That's now 17-9. Falcons leading by 8. That time Sabolik was almost looking at a quick point herself, and I wasn't sure what the call was.
It looks like they're saying that was a carry. They're saying she kind of just threw it down as opposed to hitting it.
Yeah, because it looked like Los Medanos and had a player hand hit the ball when Del Rio was getting it over. It's looking to be a point for them at 17-10 as Del Rio is able to follow up with a quick block. Back up by 8.
Yeah, she definitely didn't carry that one. That one was straight off her hands, straight down into the Los Medanos zone for a easy point there for the Falcons.
And a quick tap from Sabolik. Caught Solano's end off guard. It's now 18-11. Excel able to get under it. Up to Del Rio, and a quick kill for Del Rio.
And she has definitely been putting on a show all around. Had a very good all-around game here tonight. From the service line, on the block, and with the kills all night tonight. She's just been having a solid game.
Another quick kill from Sabolik. Sabolik is back to serve, but that time just another situation where we've seen Los Medanos serves go long, and it's now 20-12. Solano up by 8. Another ball going out of bounds. 21-12.
Thought for a second they were saying that was a tip, but it looks like they said that one was clean going out of bounds.
Del Rio gets some help from the net. As right now, Solano is 3 points away from a clean sweep here in this game.
Seems like Solano is getting all the bounces to go their way here as they try to close out this game.
Good rally here from both teams, but it's going to be a kill for Rosalind Hungria. 23-12. Solano is 2 points away from closing out sophomore night with the win.
One thing we've seen tonight is Solano has been aggressive with those balls that are coming close to the net. They've just been able to capitalize on those wide open balls.
Couple taps from Los Medanos in. They do get it over. And Los Medanos is staying alive here. It's 23-13.
Those are some really good tip shots there from Millie Coe. She just wasn't able to get them to land in the zone. She was definitely catching Los Medanos off balance, sending those ones over the block.
Great save right there from Salazar. And Los Medanos just refuses to go away. Solano still is up by 9, but they are making things interesting here in this third set as it comes to a close.
I'm not sure if that was the second hit or the third hit there from Solano, but it just wasn't the hit that they were looking for there.
set point coming up here for the Falcons. And that will do it here. Lindsay McLaughlin gets a quick kill for her team. And finishing up a clean sweep, 3-0. Ends up this game as it's 25-14 at the end of this third set. And Nathan, real quickly, what fell apart for Los Medanos here in the third set?
They just didn't have that same energy that they had in the first two sets. They just weren't keeping up as good as they were in those first two sets with Solano. They just weren't. They just ran out of gas, honestly.
And great teamwork overall from Solano to close out the third set, as that was something we didn't see early on, but they definitely were able to get things together and were able to get the win. So that's going to do it for us here in the broadcast booth. And when we return, we'll have a couple of interviews for you, as Trey Hunt will have our first one for you here on the Solano College Sports Network.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Trey Hunt, style reporter here for the Solano College Sports Network, and I'm here with one of our sophomores, Haley Del Rio. Haley, great game tonight, and it's also sophomore night, so what emotions are going through your body right now?
I'm honestly just happy that we beat every team in BBC in 3 sets. I think that was an accomplishment. No one's done that besides us and one other team at Solano. So
that's great. And what was your biggest takeaway from playing here at Solano?
Biggest takeaway is that I learned a lot from Coach Darla, being consistent and meeting new teammates.
And playing here at Solano, what are you going to miss the most?
I'm going to miss, obviously, my teammates. I'm going to miss the environment that we play around.
Thank you, Haley. And now I'm going to send it to Zion Trammell, we're our second sophomore.
All right, thank you, Trey. Zion Trammell with Alora Samanson here. Alora, congrats on the win. So, as you reflect on your career at Solano, what would you say is your favorite memory?
I think this season, just the whole thing, we had a bunch of freshmen that came in and only the 3 of us sophomores. We really pulled together as a team, and taking everybody in 3 sets in BBC was a big accomplishment for all of us.
And what are your future goals? What do you plan to do after Solano?
I'm a communications major, so I plan to go to a school for communications and hopefully become a speech pathologist.
And who would you say is your biggest motivator and supporter through all of this?
I'm going to have to say my parents. I've gone through a lot. I tore my ACL a couple years ago, had to stop playing volleyball, and they pushed me the entire way through and accepted the fact that I wanted to start playing when Coach Darla asked me to come out again.
All right, thank you, Alora. Now we'll send it to Nate McKay, who's with our final sophomore.
All right, thanks, Zion. I'm here with Excel Moreno. Excel, great overall sophomore year from you. How does this year compare from last year?
I think we definitely had a stronger team from last year, but I don't think that each team had their own separate strong suits, and I think we just came together to beat every single team in 3 sets.
Not many people can say they play for an undefeated conference team. What goes through your mind when you hear that?
It's just a sense of proudness, because we came together as a team to really accomplish that, because there were points where we probably could have lost in that situation, but we came together as a team and pulled it all together.
And finally, is there anyone you want to thank as the sophomore year comes to an end?
I definitely want to thank my family for being my support system through this whole journey of mine, and also my coaches. They pushed me a lot during these seasons, and it was just a great experience to be able to play volleyball for the last time.
All right, thanks, XL. Really appreciate it. So that's going to do it for tonight's game. For our entire Solano College Sports Network crew and my broadcast partner, Nathan Farmer, I'm Nate McKay. Thanks for tuning in. And on Monday, we will have the first Solano men's basketball game for you here on Solano College Sports Network.